I'm Nick Snow, watching Government for Oil and Gas Journal in Washington, D.C. The election of Liberal Party nominee Justin Trudeau as Canada's next Prime Minister accelerates a trend which grew more definite in May when Rachel Notley was elected Alberta's Premier. It was too soon to say on October 20th, the day after the national election, to determine what specifically will happen as Trudeau assembles his government. But a look at his campaign platform showed that he believes environmental assessments need to be credible again. Resource-based projects can create jobs and spur investment, but success depends on regaining public trust, the platform's plank said. Canadians must be able to trust that government will engage in appropriate regulatory oversight, including credible environmental assessments, and that it will respect the rights of those most affected, such as Indigenous communities. While governments grant permits for resource development, only communities can grant permission. The platform called for an immediate review of Canada's environmental assessment processes and pledged to restore robust oversight and thorough environmental assessments of areas under federal jurisdiction, while also working with provinces and territories to avoid duplication. Ensure that decisions are based on science, facts, and evidence, and serve the public's interest. Provide ways for Canadians to express their views and opportunities for experts to meaningfully participate. And require that project sponsors choose the best technologies available to reduce environmental impacts. The party also pledged to modernize the National Energy Board so that its composition reflects regional views and has sufficient expertise in fields like environmental science, community development, and Indigenous traditional knowledge. It also planned to make certain that environmental assessments include an analysis of upstream impacts and greenhouse gas emissions resulting from projects under review. Notley, meanwhile, has had a few months to establish her administration. Her October 9th remarks to the Calgary Chamber of Commerce showed the directions in which she is heading. Our energy industry is the foundation of our economy and will be for many years to come, she said. Looking for new opportunities in our energy economy and pioneering advanced technologies. All this will continue to require investment on a large scale. So under our leadership, Alberta's abundant oil and gas reserves will remain open to investment. Notley said that Alberta will continue to maintain one of Canada's most competitive tax systems. Our government will boost exports by seeking out new relationships, strengthening old ones, and enhancing Alberta's environmental record. And we will consult and be prudent in how we take the province in a new and better direction, she said. She noted that leaders from every Canadian province and territory endorsed and adopted the Canadian Energy Strategy at a July meeting in Newfoundland. An important commitment all of us made was to work to build our energy economy in a way that is environmentally responsible, Notley said. If we don't get it right on this issue, a solution is going to be imposed on us, sooner or later, by others, she warned, by the federal government and by our markets, which will increasingly insist that energy products they buy be mined and processed responsibly. If we want an environmental policy that works for Alberta and keeps our capital in Alberta, then the time to act is now. Notley also said that the royalty review her administration launched aims to modernize the system so that it fits the province's energy future instead of its past. The time is past due, long past due, for the government of Alberta to return to a responsible, long-term approach to collecting and investing our royalty wealth so that we stop being the farmer who pays for the groceries by selling the farm's topsoil, she declared. The plan is to announce policy changes by the end of 2015 and implement them after 1 year's notice, quote, so investors and energy companies will have a year to prepare for any royalty reforms, which would come into effect in January 2017, Notley said. That's Watching Government for this week. In Washington, I'm Nick Snow for Oil and Gas Journal.